Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Maddisons. Well, we hope you had a lovely bank holiday weekend. Wasn't that weather glorious? But lots happening in the property world this week. Of course, with Amber Judd's departure as Home Secretary, there's been a bit of a shake-up at the cabinet level. And Sajid Javid is now the Home Secretary, which meaning that James Brockenshire has become the new Minister for Housing. He's 50 years old, has 3 children, lives in Southend-on-Sea, and has promised to make it a real priority to address the lack of buildings that are allowing new homes to be built, meaning more people can't get onto the property ladder. And also he really wants to focus on the Grenfell Tower, ensuring that all those residents are rehomed as quickly as possible. Well, interestingly, lots going on in the world of lettings this week, and the lettings bill was passed in Parliament, which means that lettings fees for tenants will become banned from next year. It's estimated this will save tenants around £240 million. There is a fear that landlords will simply pass the price that they'll probably pay onto their tenants through increased rent, so that'll be an interesting one to watch. But interestingly, the letting market remains very, very resilient. Indeed, lets were up almost 0.4% last year. If you took London out of the equation, they're up about 1.3%. Leicester and Nottingham had the biggest growths of around 3.5%. And landlords are interestingly saying that access to finance is becoming increasingly easier. The range of buy-to-let mortgages is extending, and it's becoming much cheaper to raise lettings finance for your buy-to-let portfolio. Well, we've written quite a lot of blogs on the subject of lettings. We've got advice for tenants, advice for landlords. So do look at our blog site on our website and you'll be able to read those details. Well, interestingly, a new survey came out from Go Compare, which showed that central heating, double glazing, remains really popular to buyers. It's a key thing that they look for. But interestingly now, broadband speed and internet speed is becoming increasingly important. 60% of buyers now say this is a key factor when they are buying a property. So that's quite a new statistic and shows the changing times that we live in. Well, looking at events closely, there's a classic car show and a hill climb over at Westerham this week at Valence School. It's held in the historic school grounds and is an absolute heaven for car lovers. You can look at a huge collection of classic cars, and then the hill climb is a real crowd pleaser where cars are driven around a short circuit. It's a really well priced event actually, at £4 per person, and the under 5s are free, and you can get a family ticket for £12. So do look at their website for full details. That's thefriendsofvalenceschool.com. And this week our quirky property, well, it's a Hansel and Gretel style cottage down in Dorset. The property is located at Wareham in Dorset. It offers over 399,950 and it's a grade 2 listed property which is thatched with a summer house. It's got 2 acres of woodland and is really truly unique. So I do think you should have a look at that one for something really interesting. A really beautiful property that we've launched much closer to home is the Old Institute at Langton Green. It's got the most exceptional views across Langton Green, and you can walk to the Hare pub in just a few minutes. But the interior of the property doesn't disappoint either. The finish of this house is done to an exceptional standard and is one of the best cinema rooms that I've ever seen. It's got 3 bedrooms, 3 en-suites, a gorgeous courtyard garden, and is on at an asking price of £950,000. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this vlog for this week. We hope the weather continues and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.